We're standing in front of Emily's house, and you can see it's well under construction. You can see the original governor's house directly behind me. That's the original home that was built to serve as the residence of the governor of the Don Jail, and the addition that we're building directly behind it. The original home is about 6,000 square feet, and the addition is an additional 6,000 square feet and will comprise 3 stories, including a basement, amenity space, bedrooms, and a chapel and green roof up on the 3rd floor. We're standing in the front entranceway, and we've just come past a reflecting pond and a welcoming entrance with a beautiful canopy that will extend out to the sidewalk. So the idea being is that you're walking into a welcoming, home-like environment. As we get closer into the space, we're into the multi-purpose living, dining, play space of the building, and there'll be beautiful sliding glass doors opening onto a terrace that in turn will overlook the new park that's going to be installed by the City of Toronto early in the next year. And directly behind me is all the infrastructure that you need for a building of this type. A brand new staircase that's going to connect all the floors together, and an elevator located directly behind me over there. As you can see, the majority of the mechanical systems have now all been installed, and you can see the complexity for a project of this type. While it's a home and we're trying to keep it all intimate in scale and home-like in the quality of materials and finishes, there's a tremendous amount of infrastructure that has to be placed into a building like this, and it's been one of the most challenging tasks of this entire project. One of the great challenges for us was to marry the existing building with the new portion of the building that we've just walked through. Not only was it a question of matching floor levels, but it was also trying to find ways that we could incorporate all the important pieces of the infrastructure that forms this building had to be married into this building as well. And as you can see, as soon as we walk into here, you can see the challenges that we were forced to deal with. Very solid building, masonry construction. It's a heritage building, and we couldn't touch anything on the exterior. In fact, we were obligated to restore the complete exterior. So what we have on this side of the building is the bedrooms that will be for pediatric care, and we have them scattered out throughout this main floor. There's ensuite washrooms for each single bedroom. There's a nursing station directly to my left over here. And then we have the original staircase connecting all 3 floors of the heritage building, and of course then connecting back to the building that we're currently constructing behind us. As with most renovations, you never know what you're going to expect when you take off the drywall and look behind the walls to see what the original structure was like. And while this might appear to be incredibly archaic, we're actually very, very pleased to report that we've actually had very few surprises in this building. It's in fact built very, very well. We anticipated most of the things that we found. And what you're seeing in front of you here is the temporary shoring that's been put into place until we rebuild the arches, put in the steel, and reconfigure a lot of these entranceways. But it is actually quite a magnificent building when you walk through it and you see how well it was built originally. So we couldn't be more pleased with how the renovation is going at this point. We're standing in one of the typical bedrooms that you're going to find in the heritage home. You can see the beautiful new windows that were recently installed within a bay, and you can just imagine how wonderful it will be for the child and the family and friends to come into this room and share this space. The wonderful high ceilings. There's going to be a washroom, a private washroom directly to the right of us. We're now on the 3rd floor of the Heritage House, which will be the administrative offices for the Philip Aziz Center. And as you can see, we have an attic situation, the exposed joists above us, the sloped walls or roof that you can see. But it's actually going to afford a fairly large space for PAC to have general offices, a staff room, a small kitchenette, and the server room up in this location. We're now on the rooftop of Emily's house, the addition, and it's going to be quite a remarkable thing when you ascend either up the staircase or come off of the elevator and enter into the space that will be fully glazed and looking out onto the proposed park and onto the restored Don Jail and the hospital beyond that. And in this location, there'll be an area for family to gather in quiet contemplation, or to use the chapel that's going to be constructed in this location, which will have views over the entire site. We're standing right in front of the governor's house, the original front facade and heritage building. It's hard to believe that directly behind us is all the activity associated with the renovation that's going on in the addition for Emily's House, the first children's hospice in Toronto. And we're very pleased with the progress that's being made and very happy to be associated with this project.